After the Narsimha avatar, Prahlada became famous as one of the greatest devotees of Lord Vishnu. His grandson was Mahabali, often called Bali Chakravarti. Mahabali was courageous, kind-hearted, generous, and an exceptional ruler. His kingdom prospered. People loved him. Eventually, through his strength and military victories, he conquered not only the earth but also the heavenly kingdom ruled by Indra. The Devas lost their kingdom. Indra lost his throne. Unable to defeat Mahabali, the Devas approached Lord Vishnu. But here comes something interesting. The Lord did not rush into the battle because Mahabali was not an evil king like Hiranyakashipu. He was righteous in many ways. The problem was subtler. His growing success slowly nurtured pride. Sometimes success itself becomes the greatest test. Hi friends, welcome to Dasavatara Ancient Wisdom Timeless Lessons for Modern Life. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and share and activate the notification button to stay updated and connected. Indra's mother Aditi, seeing her sons lose their kingdom, did not demand revenge. Instead, she performed the sacred Payovrata, a vow filled with devotion, discipline and surrender. Her husband sage Kashyapa guided her in this spiritual observance. Pleased by her sincere devotion, Lord Vishnu appeared before her. He promised, "I shall be born as your son." Thus, the Supreme Lord chose to take birth as the son of Aditi and Kashyapa. Why? Because whenever dharma needs restoration, the Lord often chooses homes filled with purity, discipline, wisdom, and unwavering faith. He became Vamana, a young Brahmin boy. Why did not the Lord simply come as a mighty warrior? Because not every problem is solved through force. Mahabali was already powerful. Meeting power with greater power would teach very little. Instead, Lord came in the form of humility. A tiny Brahmin, simple, calm, soft-spoken. Sometimes humility achieves what weapons cannot. Mahabali was performing a grand sacrifice, Ashwamedha Yaga. Anyone asking for anything would never leave empty-handed. Into that gathering walked the young Vamana. The little Brahmin smiled and asked Mahabali for 3 steps of land. Trayam, padam. Mahabali laughed, asked for more villages, gold, elephants, kingdoms. Why only 3 steps? Vamana replied, "The one who is not content with the 3 steps will never be content with an entire world." Beautiful wisdom. Mahabali agreed. But his Guru Sukracharya recognized the visitor. "This is Lord Vishnu. Do not give your promise," he warned Mahabali. Mahabali faced a difficult choice. Break his promise or lose everything. He chose to honor his word. The moment Mahabali kept his word, he lifted the sacred vessel and poured the water into the hands of Vamana. It was only a stream of water, but that tiny stream was about to become a cosmic moment. As the water touched Vamana's hand, the little Brahmin boy began to expand and expand until the form that stood before Mahabali was no longer merely a small Brahmin boy Vamana. He was Trivikrama, the Lord, who encompassed the 3 worlds. With his first step, he covered the earth. With his second step, his divine foot rose higher, higher beyond the heavens and pierced through the very boundary of the universe. The Bhagavata Purana and the other texts talk about this moment. When Lord Vishnu, who appeared as Vamana, measured with his 3 steps as Trivikrama, one foot pierced the cosmic shell. When the cosmic egg became split up by the tip, that is the toe of the foot, pure water dripped down to the earth slowly through the tip of the big toe. The sacred water, clear like crystal, flooded the entire Brahmaloka. Sacred waters from the heavens washed the Vishnu's feet. And there, at Satyaloka, what could Brahma do before such a sight? He took that water in his kamandalu and lovingly washed the Lord's raised foot. And the water that touched the Lord's divine feet became no ordinary water. It became the heavenly river Mandakini. From the highest realm, it began its journey downward, and when that celestial water descended towards the earth, Lord Shiva received it upon his matted locks, holding the force of the divine river before allowing it to flow gently to the world below. And here is the imaginary that makes that moment so extraordinary. The water from Brahma's Kamandalu, sanctified by Vishnu's feet, was indeed the source of the celestial Ganga, and Shiva's Jatamudi was the means by which she was safely brought down to the earth. At the very beginning, the water poured by Mahābali. At the highest point, the water offered by Brahma to the Lord's feet. And from there, the waters descending through Shiva as Ganga finally reaching the earth. It is as though one continuous stream of water that connects Mahābali, Brahma, Shiva and the earth, all beginning with the one simple act, Mahābali keeping his word. And perhaps that is the most beautiful part of the story. The transformation from Vamana to Trivikrama did not begin with a weapon. It did not begin with a battle. It began with a promise. A few drops of water. In that single instant, the small boy who had asked for the 3 feet of land became the one who measured the entire cosmos. Vamana became Trivikrama, and the little stream poured from Mahābali's vessel became the part of the sacred journey of Ganga. A tiny act of giving revealed the immeasurable. One step covered the earth, the second covered the heavens. Nothing remained for the third. Mahābali bowed his head. Lord, place your third step upon me. And the Lord did so. Mahābali was sent to Sutala, but not as a punishment. Rather, Lord Vishnu blessed him, made Sutala a glorious realm, and promised to stand as his guardian. In many traditions, Mahābali is also remembered as the king who returns each year during Onam to visit his people. In losing his kingdom, Mahābali gained immortality. Sometimes, what we surrender to God returns as something far greater than what we try to hold on to. The story sounds ancient, but the question it raises are surprisingly modern. Let us connect again next Friday with the interesting questions and the timeless lessons that Lord Trivikrama and Mahābali teach us that are applicable even today. Until then, this is Raji wishing you good health, inner balance and a heart that continues to seek wisdom.